Well, good morning, everybody. You get just me this morning. Roy's in jury duty, so he will not be here today. Not sure about the rest of the week, but we know today he is in a courtroom. He did send me an update. He did not get selected for the first round, but he's got to go wait in the waiting room for a couple hours. So to start off, you get me. So glad you could be here. We do have. I got bookmap going today too, so we can look at bookmap. You can see CBD is negative 2,000. It got up to negative 3,700, and then it started to move. We've got that. We've also got our tide stuff over here. You can see SPY tide took a little break. Volumes took a little break and popping back up. General market tide. We can see where it's sitting at. So this trade, we are doing a new little strategy. So I've got what's called the three-bar reversal. It's been there for a while. For some reason, I woke up early Saturday morning, like at 1 o'clock, and it was on my mind that, hey, there's something here. So I just started digging through reversals and noticed that the three-bar reversal, and I'll show you once it plays out. This one didn't play. I can't show you the 10-minute chart on here, but it played out on the 10-minute chart. So what you're looking for, especially if it's going with the trend, it's really, really good. Trend's kind of up here. You can see we had let's go draw a little trend line on that one. I'll go up and catch all this. You can see how this has been support, bounced off the trend line. This is the overall trend line from overnight. It was down. It broke above that. So what you're looking for is three candles. So you got one red, two red, and this next one is green. So you would draw your levels. The levels I have here is off a 10-minute chart. So that's why I have those levels there. As you can see, we've already taken $200 in profits. We got two runners left. We're going to see if we can get up close to high day. That'll get us a little over $400 in the day to start with. So that would be fantastic. You got orders on bookmap are sitting at that 59.45 area. So we've got our take profit 59.46. So if it can just break right above that, probably should put it below it, but we're just trailing this up now. We're going candle by candle on the stop. So now we're guaranteed like $170 in this trade. $270 in this trade, no matter what happens. I did not take take profit trader. I took one earlier and then I wussied out and cut profits early and didn't get the full thing. But this one is just ripping. CBD is now at negative 700, negative 800. So it's popping back up close to there. And then here's the trade we're at. So you got up to 44.25. So we got right below that 45 level. That's why I'm saying we probably should have took it. But you do have orders popping up at 55 now. So we're right below high day. Technically, if this candle is the close and it's, yeah, I'm just kind of stuck here. I think I should take 45 if it hits it. We're going to move this up some, though. If it does break to 55, if it breaks that 45, we'll put it there. That'll get us, if it hits up there, it gets us $500 in a day. But it's got to get through this 45 area first. And you see it struggled right there at it. Bookmap's kind of saying, hey, we've got more upside coming. So that's why I don't mind moving it up some. Bookmap has came back. CBD's come back to negative 1,700. So something to watch. General market tide is just ripping. You're getting a little break in the volume there. Tad breaking the volume here. So that's why we're getting a little pullback. This thing looks pretty strong right out the gate. MOO, which is your opening imbalance. So it was negative 443 million on this, which tells you once it opened up, these shorts are like they covered at open, which is always a good sign. So you got to be careful when it's positive because they could take profit. But here it looks like they took profit on their shorts and covered their shorts. So that's why we're getting this move here. Would love to see it break that 45 level. It breaks that 45 level, we should see 55. But, nothing's guaranteed in trading. But it is what it is. We'll sit here and play this out. I can't move it up to there yet. I probably should. I'm going to move it up some. We're going to guarantee. It might take us out here. We're going to guarantee a $350 day. There it is, $350.56 in that first trade. So now we'll sit back and we'll wait. The great thing about looking at this three bar strategy. So let's say it gives 2 red bars here and a green bar back above it. That would be your 3-bar reversal. And then you would look to go back long again with it. So it gives you opportunities where you don't have to wait for EMA tests. You don't have to do this. It gives you automatic stops. Your stops would be at the low of the lowest bar or the highest bar, whichever one you're looking at on that 3 bars. It kind of takes the guesswork out, so you don't have to guess with stuff. So now we just sit back and wait. You are getting a pop. CVD did pop to negative 2100, as you can see there. You can also see I don't have the stops and iceberg orders on here anymore. That thing cost $140 a month, and I don't think it was worth it for us to see it to get $140 a month. We very rarely use it. It was useful every once in a while, but I just don't think it was worth that every month. So, and if we'd have followed just what we were doing, we'd have kept our stop here, and we would still be in this trade. But 350 on the opening pop is good. I'm not locking this account out today. My goal today is to see what I can actually make on it doing this strategy. So if we can make, $500-$600, great. If we can make $1,000, $2,000, great. We're going to trade it all day pretty much. We're going to take a break during lunch hours, but besides that, we're going to take a little break and then we're just going to trade it. We're not going to lock this account up. We're going to see what we can get out of it on a day if it works. Like I said, if we get a couple red trades in a row, we will stop trading it. But other than that, so far we got 48 of you guys in there, so welcome. Typically when we have one person, it's not this many. The bots don't come out for one, so I don't know what's going on there. But hey, I'm happy to have you guys here. Hope everybody can hear me. Everything coming through fine? Everybody hear everything? Anybody want to speak to me? So I'm not just talking to myself. I will take breaks now and then. When I take a break, I will switch it over to Bookmap, so you guys can be watching Bookmap while I take a break. Hey, Michael, glad to have you here this morning. Appreciate it. You are getting a little move in your put premiums. Put premiums are kind of ripping up. Your call premiums tripping down a little bit. Your volume is trending down a little bit. So we do have to be careful. We can't just use this 3-bar reversal strategy on our own. Hey, Wise, blessed. Thank you. You can't just use it on its own. I mean, a lot of times it does play out, but it's better if you play it around levels. You play it around, you look using Bookmap, you use Tide. You can kind of get a whole indication of what's going on. You don't want to just play it straight up. So this is just a little added thing. And don't ask me why I thought about this at 1 o'clock in the morning. And I set up to, I think, 5:36, just back testing, seeing how it worked. And if you overall, I think I did the longest stretch. I actually back tested straight to see what the profit would have been a month. And if you did it overall a month and you kept your stops where they were supposed to be, and you did your take profits where you scaled out, this thing was pretty damn profitable. I mean, it was pretty impressive. So you can do this across multiple accounts. It definitely adds up. CVD's back to around negative 1900, 2000. Let's see what we got. We got data coming out. You got Trump speaking at 9. He's on the phone call with Putin. So we'll wait for that probably before we take another trade. You got the leading index change month over month coming out at 9. And then you got the bill auctions coming at 10:30. So just a few things to keep an eye on. Your call premiums did pop back up. Your volume is kind of turning back up. Put premiums took a little dip there. General market tide is just, it's bullish as bullish can be on there so far still. Let's look at our holdings. Holdings is started out in the tank. We do have negative volume on holdings. This is all the holdings in S&P 500. So let's see. Jefferson asked about Moody's downgrade. The Fed is trying to fulfill a price and jobs mandate. The downgrade will be treated the same as other incoming data with focus on implications for jobs and inflation. As usual, they bought the China news deal. Roy Kent Trades. Hey, Roy Kent Trades, guys, you could join us here. Look, as usual, if you follow Twitter, X, however, whatever you want to call it, and you see these guys going, you see what it's doing, right? Everybody on Twitter was calling for bear market to start back up, blah blah blah. That was your sign to look for longs. In all honesty, do opposite of whatever they do on FinTwit, and you'll probably be okay. That's why I don't follow those guys. I pay attention to them, but I don't follow them. I'm not about that. But so far, like I said, we're 350 up, one trade, 350 up on the first trade. I mean, you can't beat that, right? So, hell of a start to start with. And we'll see what the day brings. We're doing our thing. We're doing 6 MES, and we're scaling out 4 at 10 points. And then we're just trailing the 2 up. So, I got a little cocky on another one. If I would have left it at the bottom of this candle, it would still be in this trade. So there's that for you. But I am okay. 53 of you here this morning. Thank you. Remember, if you're a real person, you're not a bot, please like and subscribe to the channel. We're still on the road to 500. We're gaining 1 or 2 a day. So keep you guys coming in. We appreciate it. Appreciate all of you. Roy is in jury duty. So he's actually in a waiting room, I think, right now. He chimed in a second ago. So we are not sure if he'll be back tomorrow or if he has more jury duty tomorrow, but he is playing. Manny, I'm glad that you're with us today. You and Michael, wise and blessed. Thank you guys for being here. Roy, thank you for watching if you're still watching. Good luck. Hope you get dismissed today, and today's your only day you have to do jury duty. That would be fantastic, but we know how this stuff works. Last time I got on jury duty, I actually got selected. So how about that? It was an assault case where a guy came up and hit a guy in the back of the head with a hammer. And he was pleading self-defense. Like, it's kind of hard to plead self-defense when you hit him in the back of the head with a hammer, dude. Just saying. But anyways, this is where we're at. You can see we do have bookmap going again today. So we got it up here. You can see we got orders around that 47.50 area. We had our take profit, I think it was about 46.25 or so. So we would have been really close to hitting that last take profit there if we would have stuck with it. But go back to the chart. We're still waiting to get us another signal on what to do. We got one at open. We traded it. We got data coming out in about a minute. So maybe that'll give us a good entry point. CVD is just, not CVD. CVD is back to 1,000, 1,100. Tide that's your general market tide. It's getting a little more bullish as further we go along. SPY tide is still pretty bullish. Yeah, and look at this, man. Well, you live and you learn, right? I still can't be mad. We made, like I said, we made $350 in the first trade. So it is what it is. We're doing 6, like I said, starting 6, going out 4 at 10, and then we let the rest run and should do counter by counter. I got a little bit greedy because I wanted to finish really good on this trade, but we'll sit back and wait, see if we can get another good indicator here. The thing about this is patience pays off. If you wait and you're patient when you trade, you get good entries. It can pay off really well. But so far, good start to the morning. And I'll give you guys an update tomorrow on where we finish this account at. Like I said, we're not liking this account out today. We're kind of going for it. So this thing just will not give me another entry yet. But like I said, we just got to be patient, right? Can't force trades. This could be a spot where it comes back. Ideally, we would be looking for two red candles, and then we'd look for green to break back above. That would be your 3-bar reversal. It did get up there. You had orders around 47, 46 to 47. You can see it got up here. That is right where it rejected that on its orders on book mount. Call premiums are just spiking though. Volume is coming back a little bit, but call premiums are spiking pretty good. So, of course, it does the thing. As soon as we can say that, it kind of gives a little break there. If it could close this one, we still got a lot of time. If it can close this one at right around here, then give us this 37 or 35 retest here, that would be perfect for entry if it showed up like that. But Dirty Harry, full tip. Who's on full tip? Not I, sir. Not I. Glad you're here, though. Appreciate it. You don't have to worry about getting banned today because I don't have Roy here, so I need all the talk I can get, even if it's a smack talker like you. Whoa. Let's look over here and see what financial juice is showing. The U.S. leading index change month over month came out negative 0.1, forecast point negative 0.09. So right in line. You have this China state banks will cut deposit interest rates on Tuesday. 11 Chinese producers will be over the cost of tariffs. We'll see how that goes. I've been saying that a lot, haven't we? We are at high of day now. I'm actually glad the chart did that. So you're looking left, you can see it broke here, pre-market. That's actually that was a good place to go on. You got these levels here to watch. I mean, this thing could go all the way back up to 70 if it want to be strong today. CBD has gone positive, plus 600. So there is that. Volume is just going really insane on Tide. Give me a second. We'll look at it. I'm looking at something over here real quick. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Coming back a little bit. CBD's coming back to 200. You did get a little break in your volume here. It was going crazy. Your premiums are still going up. Put premiums rising a little bit. So we could see a little dip here, then a pop back up. I did kind of change my layout. You guys can't see it, but I kept having to switch between the 10-minute chart and Trade of 8, and in Trading View, then Trade of 8 chart over here. So I just moved Trading View up, so I had a good angle up top. So I can keep it going. 55, 55, and 59, 55. That's the high, right around the high. You got orders. Well, you got orders sitting there. Then you got them at 60. Could be let's see if it shows any sign of exhaustion up here, though. They ripped it out. This candle's got a lot of volume on it. Of course, like I said, we had data that came out a little bit, and that is not really great, but Jefferson just said that the downgrade will be treated the same as other incoming data with focus on implications for jobs and inflation. Okay, well, we already knew that, but, thank you for saying it again. Here's an interesting look on Tide now. Just as soon as I moved over, it was still going up. Volume was going up, and your puts were going up. They're kind of curling down a little. This 55, not 59, 55, it can break it. We should have a good runner up, but, we're being patient, waiting for a great entry. We don't want to. This thing could turn here, even though put premiums are going straight down. Call premiums are coming down a little bit with it. I look for it to probably bounce back up here. And there it is. Still looking forward to break that 55 level. If we can break 55, then we got 60 as the next hurdle. And then we really don't have a hurdle yet. You got 70 kind of lighting up a little bit. You got 80 orders sitting there, 81 orders. I think if it breaks this 55, you will see those orders go up to triple digits. We just got to wait and see, wait and see. You do like how, so this level here, we're going to draw a little line there. So that would kind of be what you want to hold as support, kind of like a whole little zone here for any more upside. Let's go up there and test that 59.55 again. I would love to see that break. Go up there and test that 59.60. Your spy tide is still saying that we've got more coming. Look, volume is going up. Premiums are shooting straight up. Put premiums coming straight down. There's the 55 break. We thought if we got that, that would be good. Well, it was good. So we did scalp that intake profit traders. We got 200 real quick over there. Fantastic. We're going to wait now for a perfect entry. That's what we want, a perfect entry. One thing about this 3-bar reversal, what you could see. So I said you'd like to see it on a trend, when the trend's going up. It definitely could. A lot of times it gives you a reversal too. So you got to watch that. So if you get a red candle, and ideally for it to be strong, you'd want to close below the previous candle low. So if it got a red candle and closed below that 41.75 range, that would say that we have reversed and probably will go down more. CVD has gone up to what did I do there? I don't know what I did there. There we go. 2,400. We are about right at 600. I got 220 out of take profit trader. So you add that. So we're about 570 up on the day so far, which is good. Just we need more. We're going to trade it all day. See, like I said, we're going to take a break. I don't know, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. We'll take a break for an hour or two. And then come back at 1 and see. I'm going to tell you, if I would have traded this trade that I got 350 on, if I would have done exactly how I should do it. So we got the candle by candle, the break of, quit moving around, 18.75 this morning. 59.1875 is around this break here. If you'd got that entry there and you took it and you were just doing dropping level to level, we would still be in this trade and we would be up 37, 38 points. I'm happy we got a good trade in. So this thing will give us an opportunity. That's all I know. We will have opportunity with this 3-bar reversal. So you can see spot tide. That's holdings finally turn really positive. That's why we got that pop. You get a little break and call premiums, a little break and put premiums, but volume is still trending up. And the spy tide, general market tide is just bullish. It can be put calls going straight up, puts coming back, and then going there. So now we just wait for a good entry. That's what we're looking for. Don't really have anything. You got 59.70. You got 157 orders sitting up there, and then 59.32.50. We got 120 orders. So right now we're watching this little level right here. We can actually kill those. Now we're going to draw updated fibs off this. That's below that level. Let's see. Let's draw us a zone there. So that's the zone you'd want to see hold right there for upside on that. Should have order sitting there. I mean, right now we can't even get a decent pullback. So it was a little dangerous scalping over here on Take Profit Trader, but it was pretty strong. So I wanted to get in and do it really fast. That's why I wanted to take full. I didn't hold to the next level. I had it set to take full profit. So if it could give us, like I said, what we want to see here is you want to see it break below here to take a short, or you want to see this candle close red, and then give us one more red would be perfect. If it's testing here, then we turn green, and then get back up, and that would be a breakout back to the upside. Back up possibly to 70 range or so. So we're gonna wait and see. So far, a good start. Like I said, we got a few minutes on this. We're not going to do anything for at least the next probably 7-8 minutes. So just kind of watching. Won't take anything on any side. So White House said, Press Secretary Leavitt says Trump is open to meeting Putin. Everything is on the table, including secondary sanctions. I don't know if anybody saw his Middle East tour this past week. My gosh, the deals that were made over there. He said, I hadn't added it up, and this, he does tend to exaggerate from time to time, but he had said that he made enough money on deals over there to offset all the money we've given Ukraine so far. So I was like, damn, okay. That's a pretty big deal if that's what happened. CBD's holding 2100 here, so this move down, I don't think it's sustainable. Could change really quick, but right now, looking at everything, your SPY tide, you can see you are getting a little pop and puts, a little drop in volume. So we are getting a pullback here. CBD kind of broke under 2000 that time. It was holding 21. Now it's down to about negative 17, 16. See it there. We're going to watch this. We are getting this pullback here. So we're going to see what we can do. We got 62 of you here today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll keep harping on it. If you are not subscribed to our channel, I know we still got about 15% of you that watch us that are not subscribed. So please subscribe to the channel, subscribe, like the video. The more we can get it out there, the more people we can get in here, the more we can grow it, and the more people we can bring into hopefully trading prop firms the right way. We don't gamble here. You don't see that. We take chances. Dirty Harry said it here. Full tilt. We do go on full tilt sometimes. That's what we're trying to avoid. When Roy's here, myself and Roy, we're just two regular guys trading. That's what we do. We don't try to do anything fancy. You see real life, where we're at, where we're not, all that good stuff. So it's kind of where we're at. I need to run to the restroom real quick. So I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to move us to book mount, and then I will be back in about 5 minutes. All right, we're back. We need to, hold on, give me 1 second here. Remove that from the stage. Go back there. So we didn't get the reversal we were looking for. Our entry spot. 70 still is the spot I think we could get to. We could see a rejection. As Mancini says, we don't predict levels. We just try to play the levels we see. We don't try to predict price movement. It goes where it goes. Our job is just try to catch a piece of it when we can. We caught a little piece so far this morning, so we are waiting to see if we can catch a little more piece of it. Dropping some orders right above us here. 60. This is an interesting candle. If I was in this long still, if I wouldn't have moved my take profit up so much, we would still be in this long from earlier this morning. So that's a little frustrating, but we did get a piece of it. So typically what you see, I think we might have saw some of this morning. You saw an uptick here when you had this come back out. Like I said, I think we had some shorts covered open. And I think we had a few more shorts covered that kept pushing it up. It took a break, had data come out. I think you had more shorts covered. My opinion, I think that people were exiting some positions there. That's why we got to move up. Typically, when you get shorts covered, and then you start to see people build long positions, you got probably everybody and their mama getting in right now. So that's why we wait on a pullback. We don't want to be the people that get caught in the shuffle with it. So I didn't even look today to see what Roy put on the stream thumbnail. He didn't make it before he did his went to jury duty. So thank you on that, Roy. I appreciate that a lot. Means more than you will know. Let's look and see what it says. See what kind of stuff he put in there. Oh yeah. He added more stuff in there. That's why we're seeing 67 people in here today. So not sure how many of you are real or not, but I appreciate all of you being here. Let's go look at Facebook. Ooh. Give us a like on Facebook. Live chat is up there if anybody wants to chat on Facebook. Subtitles are up. Good to know. I did see that I kind of dug into the data on our stream this morning. So we got most of you are in America. We got 10% of you watching outside of America. So thank you, 10%, whoever you are. CVD has updated a little bit. Bookmap just had some orders pop in. So we got orders sitting. Let's get this candle over here so I can show you. So you got 65 level, you got 107 orders back there, 70, you got 165, 75, you got 109, nothing else. 3250, you got 115. These were sitting at that 35 level a while ago. So they didn't move some of those down. So there's something to keep an eye on. One thing that you do, if you can see it, I don't know if you guys can see it or not. When you see these little white lines out here, that is algo. That's how much of those orders are algo orders sitting there. So let's look at it. Another 15 minutes. Not going to give us a better one, but let's look at it here. 15-minute, we would still be in this trade. Look, it didn't give a candle by count of 15-minute. I wish I could show you a 10-minute because that was a perfect one down here. But it's the same spot here when it broke there. 1880, 1850. All right, all the way up to 65. So, don't need all that. Go back to 5-minute. And we are waiting to see if we can get kind of a 3-bar reversal. You are getting a little change in, had a dip here in call premiums, a little pop and put premiums, and a little dip in volume. So I'm assuming that's why we're seeing that. CBD is about 2,200. Well, it was, when I said that, it went exactly to 2,200. So watching that, we will see what we can get here. We are being patient. Let's see. We won't go terribly long probably today. We'll probably go to, we'll say 9:45, 10 o'clock. Let's try to make it to 10, and then I'll probably take a break at that point. So I will call the stream there. We got 66 of you in here. Like I said before, please like and subscribe. We're on the road to 500. We're slowly grinding up. We've got some new viewers coming in from Facebook and Twitter, X, however you want to call it. So we appreciate you guys joining. Just trying our best to give you guys good quality content. I know today's probably not the best content you're used to, but I appreciate you guys being here with me. Anybody got any questions? We definitely could answer some questions now while we're sitting here waiting for an entry. Anybody got anything you'd like to ask, or any comments, any levels you're looking at? Feel free to show them on the screen, pop them on the chat. We'll talk about them. We'll look at them. Other than that, we're just sitting here waiting for another entry. We're being patient. We're not chasing. We're not doing crazy stuff. We're just waiting to see if we can get a good entry, and then we take it from there. Oh, if it could give us one more red candle here. I know I don't really want, I hate that. It is giving the candle by candle the downside on the 10-minute, but like I said, we still got this whole 5-minute candle to go for that one closes. So we'll see how that plays out. CVD's come back to around 1900, 1940, 1950. So we'll go back to the chart. We'll see this. So right now, this would be, it's setting up a 2-bar reversal. This one was not valid because once it broke that high, that took that one out. So that one was no longer valid on that short. That's why we don't just take it randomly. We look at the trend. We look at other things to go with and see what we're looking for. I mean, that would have been one, but it never got it would at least need to close down here to show some kind of strength on the move down. Michael says he's still having trouble with stop loss selection. The great thing about this strategy, Michael, is it gives an automatic stop loss where you want to be at. It kind of invalidates. So if we would have took this short here, our stop would have been there. So if we'd have got in at 55, it would have had a tight stop. We got at 62.50 right here. If this one gives us a candle, a 3-bar reversal on the upside back up, whatever this low is will be our stop. If we do go long, it's got to give one more candle though. But that's the great thing about this 3-bar reversal. It gives you automatic stops built in. And this trade could have worked out, but CVD's coming back. Interesting part here is you're getting a big dip here in your call premiums, your volume, and your put premiums are rising. So we've got to be careful here. So in order to take it, we would look to get back above that. If it does if this candle does close red, we would look for it to get back to there before we took a long. Seeing if we see any kind of break here. You really don't have any orders. You got 100 orders sitting at 59.40, which would be all the way down here, which would get us back close to this fib level. So that would actually be a good spot to look at too. If you was to get in along here, you would put your stop right below there. So you already have a 7-point stop built in. I like doing stops, levels to levels, instead of just price action. I mean, instead of dollar amount. Michael, that's my biggest takeaway there. And it's easy to trade $2 amounts. I do it. I fall back in that habit a lot. I did it earlier when I got out of this trade. And if we did get in this trade, we would have got stopped out at 56.75. So I think we end up getting stopped out right below that. So we would end up close to where we were. So it's all good here. This is a pretty strong candle down though. So you got to be careful here. You could actually move this back down to here now with this candle. So you look for this next green candle. If it gets above here and closes, we could look to long back up. CVD's come all the way back to 1200. You are getting some good sell-off. Options is pushing it down. You see this volume's going down. Call premium's going down. Put premium's going up. So if you are looking for a long, it did get here in this spot. So I'll be damned, it's trying to hold there. We are going to see if we can do a little bit over here. If it's popped back up to, we could see 62. We'll put take profit at 57.25. We're about 50 bucks up on take profit trader. I'll look at level stops. Yeah, Michael, just to me, it makes more sense. It gives certain levels. Just you watch this price action, it moves levels to levels. A lot of people look at this like, oh, this is random. This is that, so forth. No, it's not random. This is about not as random as you can get if you draw it out and look at it. We got in this trade long on take profit trader. We did get into the bottom of that. You can look here, tide turned, everything kind of turned for us there. So that worked out great. I'm going to actually put my take profit at this 58, the first one. So we'll scale out. If it hits there, we'll scale 4 out at 58. And then 62 probably would be tops. We'll see if we can break that. You got a few orders sitting there. 137. I still like that 70 level. But now we would love to see this candle get back above here. And that will give us a good 3-bar reversal. So you got two red bars. If this one turns green and gives us above this, that would be a reversal. As soon as we got in that, though, we were talking about how tide had changed. Look at this. Went right back to the way it was. So CBD came back to 1400. I'm going to move my stop here. It's going to be at this break-even point here. I'm not going to let it turn a green trade red. We'll stop out for a small profit if it does. Looks like we're going to get stopped out. We did get in a little early on that one, so kind of read a few other things. Did not give us a green candle. And then this would actually just swap. So this one comes down. We're just looking at the previous 2 candles before you get a reversal candle. That's what you're looking at. So if this one closes red, we would now look at these 2 candles and act like this candle's not even there. 65 high day so far. So you got that working in your favor. Or 64.75's high day. So CVD is going back up a little. Your put premiums dipped a little here, but your call premiums are not doing anything. Your volume did rise a little bit here. So you're kind of seeing them hold this level. If we can just get no news for a little bit, we might have a trade working here. I would love this candle to turn green to give us an entry here. But like I said, we'll watch this one and the previous one now. If this one does close, we got 3 minutes still on this candle. So anything could happen here. Anything could happen. It could break down. As long as this is holding, you kind of see this whole zone we got here. As long as this zone holds, we're good. If it breaks this zone, I would look for it to come back probably down to about the 25 area here. So being in a long over here, we really don't want to see that, but we will trade what we see. It is setting it up on the 10-minute chart now, though. So we still got 7.5 minutes on that one. It keeps me around 50 bucks to 100 bucks. Nothing. I'm not really making a lot of money here. I'm kind of just chilling. I am above my entry. Didn't stop me out yet. So that's a good sign. Let's see. You got 65. We lost one of you. So, well, sorry. I know we can be boring talking about the same stuff over and over again. So I do apologize about that. I might not be as articulate as Roy when he's by himself, but I try. I try to give you guys some good information. Hope you enjoy it. It's holding us pretty much 8. It hadn't really broke it, but this put premiums are really worrying me here. Look at these pops here. So, but you are getting your call premiums to pop here, and volume is turning sideways. CBD's back up to 1650. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. Like I said, I try to do my best, but like I said, it's not always the best information, but I try to give you what I'm thinking. One great thing about when I am trading by myself here, I'm what I'm talking is what I'm thinking. So you kind of hear my thought process of what I'm looking for and what I'm thinking while I'm either in a trade or looking for a trade or all that good stuff. If we can get back up to damn, oh, I just need this 58 and I can scale out. That'll get me right at $400 on a day and take profit trader. That would be fantastic. I need that 58 level though. See if we can get up there and test it. Wise blessed. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Appreciate you being here, man. Thank you all for being here. Like I said, we try to do our best to give you good information, give you guys what we're seeing. Look at Tide real quick. This is kind of why we did it. Calls are popping. Volume's moving back up. We can look over here at Bookmap. You can see Bookmap CVD's going back to around 2,200. You see orders. You got a few orders sitting at 60, but you really don't have anything till you get to around 70. So I would love to scale out 4 here at 58, and if we could get to that 70 level, or just get to high day, I would probably cut it. But so you could actually trade this like a candle by candle now. So, or the 3-bar reversal. You would need this to break. You got it here. This was not a strong reversal here, even though you do have the wick. So a lot of times you got to look at these wicks too with it. If we reclaim this 58.50, I probably will enter it on top step here. My stop would be that 46.25 area. Kind of what we're looking at. We are so close to my first take profit. Just pop up a little more. Come on, hit 58. Dang it. CVD just came back a little bit. 1,800, 19, now back to 1,900. Volume is still rising. There you go. Took 4 of them out. So we're now $450 up in take profit trader. We will put our last 2 up here at high day and just not worry about it if it stops. What we're looking at. Actually, yeah, that would put me at, if it hits that, I've got my take profit at 64.50. If it was to hit that, that would give me a little over $500 a day on take profit trader. That would be fantastic. But you can see it got right there to that level and did not break it here. So we're not taking along on top step. I'm going to tell you though, if it went so close to 60 there, I would probably take it. You got your volume kind of plateaued out a little bit there. Won't see it increase. Slight dip in your call premiums, but it's also a slight dip in your put premiums. Let's see. If we can break that, that's what we're looking for, that break there. Like it to break and close, then we could look to go long. So far, we are about $800 up on the day total. 2 accounts. We only traded 2 accounts. Hadn't done anything with anything else. We'll wait on everything else. We're just focusing on 1 account on top step, 1 account on take profit trader right now, and that's what we're going to see if we can get those up. I would love to have a trade enough to get a couple grand out of each one. That would be fantastic, and that would set us up for some nice payouts too. So kind of what we're watching. Still got a ways to go to get there. CBD is over 2,000, kind of holding around that 2,000 mark. It's not really doing much. Let's look at the Tide. You are getting a little dip here, and then this is just kind of running sideways. So not really seeing a ton there. CBD is 2,100. Just kind of holding around there. We're not getting any breakout. You got those orders at 60 that seem to be kind of holding it up there. So you'd want to see it break through. You order at 60 and then 62.50. You break those two, we possibly could go to 70. You're tied coming back. And everything, when I'm popping on this stuff, this is what I'm actually looking at as I'm going through this. So we are getting a little pop here. Let's see. Where are we at? I need. Move my take profit to 64 there, right below that 64.75. I want to see this 60 break and the 62.50 break, then we have a good chance to get through. I'm not going to take a long here yet. We should have taken a long here, held it, our stop. We could have put our stop here, 49 or this 46.50. Well, either one of those. Damn, bro, the first green day on XFA in a few days. Feel good. This is actually I was green Friday too. So typically we do start the day red in an XFA though. I do give you credit, do give you that, and I hate that. So, but you know that's part of life, right? Had a good day, good start to the day. Like I said, we're up about $800 or so total right now. If we can get this pop up, this will get us closer to $900 up on the day. That would be fantastic. Like I said, we're not locking this count out. This count's here, so this count's staying. Now you do have a 3-bar reversal setting up to the downside here if it closes down here. But they are still popping it up. They orders at 60. We got to break those orders at 60. You got 115. Looks like they pulled most of them, or a good many of them, at 62.50, and they just popped them right above that. I would love to go up here and test high day, and of course that would clean up my take profit trader. Not clean it up, hell, that would have us a 500 plus day there, and we'd wait. You are getting your call premiums trending up, volume's trending up, put premiums trending down. So it looks like it wants a little more upside. CBD's at 2,400, so we'll see what it gets us here. Break back up. I can actually delete that level now. Don't need to keep it there. If we played out too long to actually do a 3-bar reversal there. We did get in down here at, I think our 47 is our entry. So 47, we are still 11 points up on this one. Let's see. Man, I just need a little pop here. Go to high day, and that would get me out of there. Would be $500 up there, $350 up here, and hadn't locked the damn thing up yet. So I'll have to get a drink here in a second. Tide is doing Tide things. Call premiums going up, volumes going up, put premiums coming down. CVD is at 2,700 now. So we're seeing that there. There's your CVD, 26, 27. Just popping around there. If we can get a little pop here, they didn't move those orders up from 60 back to 62.50, and you got some right above that. So it's got a little bit to go through to try to get there. You are getting a slight little pop in your put premiums here. A little pop there, a little sideways moving the call premiums, and your volume seems to be kind of curling. So this could be the top here. I say that, and CBD goes, well, it went to 27 and 28. I'm sorry, I was not in there. You can see, this is what I was talking about with your SPY. You see you getting well, now you're getting counter reverse. These calls are moving back up. CBD's back to 27, 26. It's coming back. I'm tempted to go and take this here because I don't like, it doesn't seem to want to break these orders that they keep popping up at the top. So it seems like they want to pull it back. So we want to take profit there. We are $440 up on the day there on Take Profit Trader. You can see we are 350 up here. We're still not done. I do like how I'm doing this though. I'm taking 6 MES and then I'm scaling out 4 at my first target and I'm holding 2. So when you get a pullback like we got here, it didn't hurt me hardly near as much if I had the full 6, right? So I was holding 2 at that point because I took my first profit up here. I think it was actually 60 or so, 59 something. So I took that first profit, so I was holding 2, so it didn't kill me. We're coming out testing 8. If this 8 holds, could be another entry. You have 2 green bars. So if we can close below here, that would actually be setting up a 3-bar reversal to the downside. I'm really not interested in playing to the downside right now with everything kind of holding. We need to see something break before I would look for a short. Right now, it's just, I mean, this is a straight up grind up, right? If you draw a trend line here, it's boom. You can see this morning when this finally just held and popped off of it, then it broke this downtrend line here. So we had an uptrend line going here that's popping, downtrend line here that broke. Perfect entry there to take it long. Now we wait to see if we can get another entry somewhere. I'll say it once again, we're not about guessing. We've guessed in the past, and that's kind of cautious. I'm trying to stick to this pretty good. This was another strategy I had here where I took long on Take Profit Trader. You know, we drew this zone. This zone was off this high here, right? Broke down, tested, bounced right back off of it. If we come back and test, I would look to see if it held support to bounce off of it again. Breaks this down, then you could look for a short, in my opinion. But you got this whole area here, it's consolidation. This whole area here. So you got different levels to look at. Be patient. You can see I hadn't really forced a trade today, and you can see where we're sitting at. So that's pretty good. Pretty good. Probably got about 15 more minutes. I'm gonna be with you here today. My goal is around 10 o'clock, 10:30. Take a break, not trade for a while. Watch some TV, do some yard work, do something for a little while. Get away from trading, then come back and see if we can find some plays this afternoon. Been getting a lot better plays in the afternoon, so that's kind of great. But we've been locking these accounts up. So one thing in the past, what we've done was 350 up. We would already lock this account up, and I'm just not. I don't know. I'm just feeling. I think today's a day that, and not just today, going forward. Like if we play this strategy correctly, and we don't force trades, and we're very sniper-like on our entries and our risk management, I think we can start turning these $200 to $300 days into $1,000, $2,000 days. I really believe that. I think we're right there close to doing that. So I might regret saying that today, but that's kind of my thought process. Ugh. I think as long as you have good risk management, right? Even though you are up, it still gives you a good way to continue to trade, right? Without risking too much, without fearing of losing all this back down, and just trading what you see in the market. That's the first thing, the best thing to do. And a lot of times we trade to dollar amounts, right? And I've been trading to $200, $300 dollar amount. I'm trying to break that habit, right? I'm trying just to see if you see a trade, take it, right? If you see a good trade, a good quality trade, you take it. Yeah, Roy, I don't know. I think I might continue to trade MES because I want to be able to scale out. And if I go 1 MES or 2 MES, I'm having to do the full thing. If I go, 10 to 15 MES, I can scale out, half here. We'll put it up there what he says. They were planning back up to mini contracts. I don't think so. Honestly, I don't think so. I think I'm going to continue to trade these micros, but my goal is to scale up in the micros, right? So I would love to be trading 15 to 20 micros. And in Top Step X, it's great. Your micro to mini, your cost is the exact same. So if I take 10 micros or 1 mini, my cost on it's the same amount. And it gives me the opportunity to scale out and a chance to make more money by being able to hold runners and stuff. So we are getting a move down here. CBD is still 2100, 2200. So we would typically look for it to come down here, hold. You got your anchor VWAP right there. You got your 21 right below it. So comes up, shows any kind of support here. Might try to scalp another long to get a couple hundred more bucks. And if you do that over and over and over again, well, guess what? You had a hell of a day. I mean, you trade more contracts, but you also, like I said, if you keep your risk management where it needs to be, you have good stops. Like let's say it gets in here and it shows some support here at this 46.25 level. Well, I would put my stop at like 42, right? So I'm only risking 4 points instead of risking, 10 points or whatever to get down. I think that's the key is just your risk reward, get that. And the great thing about this 3-bar strategy here is what you get is you get lower risk and then you get higher reward, in my opinion. It's kind of why I wanted to add it. When I said I backtested the shit out of this thing all weekend. Like I said, Saturday morning, I woke up at like 1:30, 5:36, 6:30, somewhere. I finally got through backtesting and going through it. Saturday afternoon, I just looked again, just kind of went back over what I'd backtested back, just to make sure I was right. Then went back and did it again yesterday a little bit, last night. Was just watching last night. Let's look at last night. So here's your open. It gave a reversal here. You would have got stopped out if you went long. I mean, went short there. Then it gave here, no short, would have got stopped out. But look at this one. This is the one that would have paid, right? You got stop. Here, your entry would have been 33.50. You could have got 15 points out of it. So you get stopped out back here at 44. Well, that's still, what was that entry at? 11 points. So you'd have 2 and a 3.5. So you'd still be up 6 points. You got a great one here. You got in at 42.25. Could have got stopped here at 34. Would have got you 8 if you didn't. If you held all the way down, that's 23. That's another 20 points. I mean, you see how it's built in stop losses there, right? So you don't have to risk as much. Look, this thing came right down to that level, and it didn't get as far down as I wanted, but it shows support right off that zone. Ain't that something? It is just, it's every time that I have a bad day and I go back and look, I see everything I'm pointing out to you guys right now, and it's really frustrating. Here's one that would have played out. You got stopped out there. Here you go. You got stopped out there, but let's see. Now I set up another one. Probably got stopped out there. Here you go. Got set up another one. You got in at 80.75. Let me do that. 19 is 11 points. Great one this morning. If you got in, let's say you would have waited just for the break here, right? 17. Well, they got all the way up to 64. That's 47 points. So the risk to reward ratio on this strategy is, I mean, it's unlimited. Your risk is set, right? Your risk is set. It's very limited risk. Your reward is just, I mean, who wouldn't love to take 47, 50 points on a trade? And you look here, if you got in here, you're playing counter to counter your stops. You wouldn't have got stopped out till right here at 53.75 when it finally broke this. Well, actually, you probably got stopped out at 55 when it broke back below this. So I got to do a better job of managing my stops and not just getting fearful that it's going to move all the way back and I'm going to lose $20. It's $20. Let's let it run and let it do its thing. I mean, we literally cut that trade early for $30 difference. It was worth holding. So, but no, Roy, I hope that answers your question. That's my goal. I think I'm just going to stick with the micros and scale out. I love the scaling out part. You take let's say that you got in here. So let's say you got in at 18, I think it was we was looking at. Let's call it 19. You got in 19. And I'm going to guarantee, 10 points. Or if I saw a level, 19, let's say I was playing a level back up to 38. Well, it would have got 20 points. Then we're holding 2. So you got 20 points at 6 contracts. That's $30 a piece. That's $600. Now you just trail your stop up at that point. So that's where we're at. We're still watching, waiting. I would love for this candle to close up here. It's giving you a long, but I just don't love it when it's wicking and you had all these wicks off the top. So even if it does give a green close, I probably will not trade that one. I'm just going to sit and wait. We're almost 10 o'clock. I might take a break and come back about 1 or so and see what I can find then. That's kind of what I'm looking at. So you guys get my whole thought process in the morning, what I look at. First thing I do, everyone, let's go through what I do. When I wake up, first thing I do is I look for trends. So we have this trend. This is very crude. I'm not spending a lot of time on this. It's literally, hey, I'm gonna hit the highs. They gave us 3 points here, 3 points of contact. That was a downtrend. Here, I just kind of went with the wicks, the bodies of the candles, not the wicks. You could have pulled it down and went with the wicks. You would have got similar right there. You still would have got similar results. Came down, got support right off of it when it bounced up. So never broke, never closed below that. That's kind of what I look at. First thing every morning, I do that out. I have my levels already drawn on the map, on the chart. I'm looking at, scroll left. I'm going to go to a 15-minute chart. Let's just hide this for a second to show you guys. So I'm coming in with a fresh chart, right? I'm looking at 15 minutes. We had a trend here. I didn't draw that one because it's already broke. Well, it hadn't broke back up, but it's going to be way up here out of the view. So we had a downtrend here. I did draw. We had an uptrend here. So on uptrend, you want to see the support. You're drawing at the bottom of uptrend. You're drawing the top of the downtrend because what you're looking for is you're looking for that break, right? Once you get that break, you can look for momentum trades, trading in that direction it's going, right? If it breaks, you're trading opposite. You play reversals. And then we're looking for the 3-bar reversal. So here's a great one. You got a couple of them here. You have here, it broke up. Didn't clear this, but it did get back above it. So you take a long here, 59.06. You'd have your stop at 58.95. Well, 59.06 there. There's 13 points at least you could have got. If you move your stop up, you would have got 3 or 4 points off of it. If you just held your stops random, didn't move them, but you would have scaled out 6. Up here is what I would have done. Here's another one. This was kind of a fake out though. Look, it gave you a good signal here. Started bounce. You had this huge candle. This is pre-market. And I was watching this. This came for nothing. I think they were setting up to cover shorts. You would have got stopped out of that one, more than likely. 10-minute gave a great one here. So it's kind of what I'm looking at in the morning when I wake up first thing. And I want to make sure I have entries and exits planned out. So I came in today like, hey, I'm going to take the profit. If I can find a good zone, I'll use a zone. But if not, I'm going to take 10 points and I'm going to secure $300 and I'm going to go from there. That's what I did on this one. Scaled out at 10. Could have got a little more. I was happy scaling out 10. Now I've got 2 runners. I can let those hold. So let's say you take your 10, you're up $300, right? Now you're only holding 2. To lose that 300 and to lose that 300, go back to 0, right? You're looking at 10, that's 60 points. So you got to, is that right? No, yeah. You're looking at 60 points from there. So now you gave yourself a lot of room if you want to hold. I automatically go on and move. As soon as I scale out, I move my stop up to break even. So I'm guaranteed whatever my first exit was, and then I play it out from there. So actually, I think I did a little bit less. I think I took 200 the first one, so I didn't take the full 10. I was nervous at open too. Open kind of can fool you. So here we are. So you didn't quite give a good one here. You could go long. We're right here on the 8. I don't love that. And then, but your stop would be right there at 47.50. So it gives you a little room, but not ready to take any chances on that. So I've got a couple more minutes here. Any more questions? Anybody got anything they would like to ask before I hop off here? I do appreciate you guys joining this morning and being here with me. It makes it a lot better when you get some questions asked and stuff. We are getting a little. This is kind of why I like to stop. So you see your volume. You had a little pop these last two candles, but overall your volume is decreasing. Your call premium's coming down a little bit. Your volume's coming down. Your put premium's going up. Holdings, you can see it's turned bearish on holdings. Your call premiums went below your put premiums. Your volume is negative. So let's look at general market tide. General market tide is kind of turning bearish. You got your call premiums coming down, put premiums going up, and your volume is trending down. So to me, that is a good indicator to take a break for a little bit. So I hope you guys got something out of that this morning. I sincerely appreciate you all being here. Hopefully Roy's back tomorrow. We won't know, I think, till 5 o'clock tonight when he's got to call back in to see, unless they get dismissed today. It's going to be one of those things every week where he has to call. If they keep it going all week, he'll have to call every day at 5 to make sure he still has the next day. So we can't get that lucky. I've been in jury duty 3 different times. Two times. Oh, I got called for jury duty 2 times that we actually never met. One time we actually did meet, and I got on a jury, and it was a damn 4-day trial. And it got to the point where if we did not come to a conclusion that Thursday, I think Friday was a holiday or something, so they were going to they had talked about sequestering us over the weekend. And I was like, no. And look, dude was guilty, so it literally took us 30 minutes we were so quick with the decision that the judge made us go back and talk about it more because, I mean, it was obvious dude was not self-defense. So you don't hit somebody that's eating their lunch in the back of the head with a hammer with self-defense. That's my point. So if you ever want to hit somebody, Roy Easy did a month-long case. Man, woo. What sucks about here, I live in Oxford. So not only do you have to worry about the local courthouse, we actually have a federal courthouse here. And I had an employee that got called jury duty for federal, and it was, I think 3 weeks he was out of work because he got chosen. And if they knew this guy, they never would have chose him on it. So I don't understand what that thought process was. But, hey, neither here. It's not for me to decide. But, yeah, Roy, I can only imagine. I just couldn't do that. And hopefully now, I mean, I know it's hard to get out of some jury duties. I know some people that's done some very, very questionable things to get out of jury duty. But my life depends on, if I'm in jury duty, I'm losing possibly $1,000 a day. So I know they don't really care about that. They'll pay you $35 or whatever it is and say, well, that's your duty. Well, also my duty to keep my house and everything. So let's keep that. So anyway, we've gone about 1 hour and 15 minutes today. It's 10 o'clock. I am going to take a break. We're getting a bounce here. Before we leave, we'll scroll through everything. Getting a bounce here. You can see your volume is creeping back up. So it didn't take long for tide to turn back in the direction. Let's look at holdings. Holdings, you're getting a little pop. Your volume is moving up a little. This is still questionable here on holdings. So if you are trading, be careful. If you're long, and this is your market tide, general market tide, you can see it is turning a little more bullish. Your SPY tide is really ripping now. So, and yep, price is going with it. CBD is around 2,300. Thing about CBD, it hadn't really popped and done anything crazy yet. So just kind of hanging out with the orders. It is telling you that they're staying here, and you don't have sellers stepping in, but it's not telling you got more buyers stepping in. So be careful. We are arranging. We are flagging off this top 2. So let's draw us a little parallel channel here. So you got a flag up here. You can just move up and it's flagging. So right there, which looks like it might be fixing to do. So just be careful whatever you do. If you got a good day lock it in, go do something else. Like I said, I'm going to take a break for a few hours and then come back and see what I can find later. So I appreciate you guys being here. I will catch you guys in the morning with Roy or without Roy. One of us will be here. So hopefully we get Roy back. But if we don't, I will be here with you guys tomorrow and we'll go through it again. So thank you guys. Appreciate it. And we'll catch you in the morning.